All right, welcome. Today, we're diving deep behind the scenes of digital warfare to see exactly how the experts hunt down cybercriminals. We're going to be hacking the hackers.
Just so you know, all the information we're covering today comes straight from a professional training lesson by eLearn Security, all about something called the Open Threat Exchange and IOCs.
So let's start with the big question. How do you catch a hacker you can't even see? It's the ultimate cat and mouse game, right? Trying to track down some anonymous attacker on the other side of the planet. It sounds almost impossible. But there's a secret weapon.
And that's the absolute key right there. Just like a thief leaves physical fingerprints at a crime scene, every single cyber attack leaves behind a trail of digital clues. You just have to know what to look for. Now, in the world of cybersecurity, these digital fingerprints have a technical name. They're called an indicator of compromise, or just IOC for short. And this idea, it's the bedrock of all digital investigations.
So what exactly is an IOC? Well, think of it as a piece of forensic data. It's the digital version of finding a specific footprint or a strand of DNA at a crime scene. It's the hard evidence, the undeniable proof that something malicious happened on a computer or a network. Okay, but here's the thing. Finding a clue on one single computer isn't enough to stop a global threat. So that brings up a really crucial question. How do security experts all over the world share these clues with each other, like, instantly?
Well, the answer is collaboration. They use these incredible platforms, and one of the biggest is AlienVault's Open Threat Exchange, which everybody just calls OTX. You can think of it as the central nervous system for the good guys fighting cybercrime.
So let's talk about this global hacker database and how OTX works. It's pretty much a massive shared database of hacker calling cards. It's a place where this huge community of security researchers, we're talking tens of thousands of them, upload their case files on the latest attacks for everyone else to see and use. Now on OTX, these case files have a special name. They're called a pulse. A pulse is basically a full report on a specific threat. It'll tell you what the attack is, who it's going after, and most importantly, it gives you that list of digital fingerprints, the IOCs, that you need to find it on your own systems. Okay, so let's decode these digital fingerprints. What kind of evidence are we actually talking about here? What do hackers leave behind? Let's break down the most common types. So here are the most common clues you'll find. First up, a file hash, like a SHA-256. It's basically a unique digital ID for any file, kind of like a serial number. Then you've got an IP address, which is the location of the hacker's computer or server on the internet. Next are malicious URLs. Those are the sketchy web links used in phishing attacks or to deliver malware. And finally, you have something a bit more advanced called a Yara rule, which is like a custom-built search query designed to hunt for very specific families of malware. But here's the catch. When you download these IOCs from a Pulse, you don't get some nicely formatted PDF. No, you get a raw data file, usually in a format called XML, using a standard known as OpenIOC. To be honest, it just looks like a wall of code. So how in the world do you turn that into something a human can actually read? That's where a specialized tool comes in. In this case, Mandiant's IOC Editor. It's a free program designed to do one thing really well. Take that raw open IOC file and turn it into a clean, organized list that you can actually understand. It's literally the digital detective's magnifying glass. Okay, so let's put all these pieces together. We're going to go from raw data to an active defense, and it all boils down to a really straightforward 4-step workflow. So here's the game plan, step by step. Step 1, you spot a relevant threat, a pulse, on OTX. Step 2, you download those IOCs, all those digital clues. Step 3, you pop them into the IOC editor to analyze what you're up against. And finally, step 4, you deploy those IOCs to your security tools to start hunting. And that last step, deploying, what does that actually mean? It means you feed those IOCs, the file hashes, the IP addresses, into these super powerful security tools. For example, a system like Splunk, working with a Thor AP scanner, can take those clues and automatically scan an entire company network, looking for any sign of that specific threat. And this isn't just theory. This is the collaborative shield in action. This exact process is used every single day to track some of the most sophisticated cybercrime groups in the world. So let's meet the adversaries. Yeah, these aren't just random people in basements. These groups have names, like FIN7 and a Nunik, which also goes by Carbonac or Carbon Spider. These are highly organized criminal enterprises, and their specialty is hitting financial organizations.
And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, it is absolutely staggering. Right now, on the OTX platform alone, the community is actively sharing over 2 million individual indicators of compromise. 2 million! That's 2 million active digital fingerprints from real-world cyber threats.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's really simple. This isn't about one company's security team trying to fight this battle alone. It's a global, collaborative shield. Every time one person finds a clue and shares it, the entire community gets stronger, protecting our whole digital world.
And that really leaves us with a final, big picture question. In a world where the threats are invisible and constantly changing, is this kind of massive global teamwork our only winning move?
And there you have it, a peek inside the world of collaborative threat hunting. Hey, if you enjoyed this explainer and learned something new, hitting that like and subscribe button really does make a huge difference. It helps us keep making more content just like this one. Thanks so much for watching.